We in the
What they do? What they do? We live? All right, we back, baby. We back, baby.
We back. We back
Coming
like
at
cook
you.
crack.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to another
Welcome.
installment of
Glorious.
the glorious, victorious Saturday Showdown.
Showdown, baby. 5-star rated. Come on
Please
now.
rate, review, 5 stars, share.
Rate,
It costs you
review,
nothing to
and
share.
subscribe. We're all over
Please.
YouTube. We're all over the platform. Dude, I think I'm going to make us a Instagram page and
Please
put up
do.
clips.
Please do.
I
Any social
think
media.
Yeah, dude, for sure. We got to do them timestamps, and I'll get them clips.
Oh, yeah. They're in the descriptions. They're in the descriptions. I try to when I re-listen.
You're right. You're actually right.
My sticky
man.
notes.
Yeah, they're gonna be straight, man.
People, please, like Chip just said, man, share, like, review, subscribe. Cost you nothing.
Yes, please.
It's awesome. It helps
Support
us.
Your friends, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, even if you're not a football fan, you can hit share. You know,
and you fuck with
share
us.
stuff all the time.
Come on, now.
Don't be fake love. I don't need fake people showing fake love to me. I don't need that.
Nah, man. But please, go ahead and hit that like button.
Today,
go hit the subscriber button.
Please do. I'm rocking the Pink Floyd. You know, Dark Side.
I noticed that. I was gonna ask you about that. What?
I didn't wear a hat tonight, so I was like, I got to do something.
Nah, man. I came out with the fresh new Clemson golf
sponsor,
dude. So I had the flow is I'm growing my flow out. So this will be the 4th time I've grew my hair out. I just do at this point. I just keep cutting it and growing it out, and then cutting it and then starting over,
and then growing it out.
Because the last time I grew it out, I basically was cutting it myself like a crazy person. I was shaving the sides off, putting that guard on the razor. Just going, yeah, and I was kind of like going for a mullet look, but I chickened out, man. Yeah, I chickened out. I could not face facts of cutting this small and just letting it go. And I was like, I'm going to look like a jackass, man. I don't think with hats it looks great, but without a hat, I'm going to look like a fucking jackass.
Like a melon man.
Oh, my God. Like that dude. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video of that white dude? He was at a hockey game. He's at a Dallas Stars hockey game. He's wearing this mullet, and it's a meme of him. You know how you're watching a game and it'll go to a commercial and he'll throw the score and it'll be like, da-da-da, we'll be right back, and then we'll show like some fans or a highlight before they go to commercial. So it's like this guy going like, right, the flow's going. And then, like, the next, someone was, like, close by this dude, and he got into a fight at the arena. And someone just knocks him the fuck out. It's hilarious. And I was like, I'm going to turn into that guy, man. I'm not ready to suffer. And I'm
going to get the flow.
So
I'm going to get the flow and get to fight their hockey games.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to go for the Jon Snow Game of Thrones look, but it'll take. So what are we in August? By February, by the national championship, I'll be looking all right.
Yeah,
I'll be looking all right. It'll unfortunately be the last bit of our show, but yeah, man. We'll get.
We're gonna keep tabs on that. We're gonna keep.
Dude, you look great, man. It like your quality. Your shit looks good, man.
I appreciate.
Is this a new computer you're working on?
No, man. It's the same one as last week.
Just looking good, man.
I need all the help I can get.
I need
all the help I can get.
Right on, man.
Oh man, I need all the help I can get.
Yo, man, real quick, dude. How was the party, man?
It was.
The party go over well this weekend?
Thank you. Yeah, it was real good, man. They had a
okay,
blast.
Great, man. I'm so sorry I couldn't get there, man. Dude, that first party I went to was out in fucking Lawrence.
Oh,
Lawrence.
Mm.
Dude, we didn't leave till 4, And I looked at the GPS to like back home. That shit was like 48 minutes. I was like, I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't
Yeah,
think
man.
we're gonna
It's
make it, man. So I'm sorry.
August is a busy birthday month, man. Like,
Dude, yeah, we're going to a party this weekend.
yeah,
Like the last 3 weekends, it's been a birthday party. Like we're going to. So
we know what
yeah, man.
everybody was doing in around Christmas, Thanksgiving time. We know what everybody was doing, man. Because I know
Dude, the
so many
funniest thing.
people.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, when I was told that we were expecting it, she put it in a card, and she wrote this card out saying like blah 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 blah. I love you so much, and then you're gonna be a great dad or something. And I was like, what the fuck? And I remember it was a little box, and I took a onesie out of the box. It was a Christmas like birthday or Christmas Santa baby onesie. I was like, oh my god, life has changed. Life has changed
That
for the
quick.
better.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
the
yeah,
better. But yeah,
definitely.
I knew it. I knew it from right then. I was like, oh, life is different now.
Yeah,
Life is different now.
yeah,
And you got
man.
two
It's
of them, so that's wild.
the first time it was
That's
just
wild,
like
man.
I just bust out laughing when she told me. She just came over because I was staying with Connor. We were roomies at the time, so she
Okay.
came over on a Saturday when I got off, and she just handed me the results, and I
Oh
was just
my
like,
god.
all right, like it wasn't a
That's what it
surprise, like
is. Yeah, of
I was just
course,
like
of
we had
course.
been together 3 years already, so I was just like
Oh, it was nothing, dude. It
it
was
was
nothing.
nothing. I was
I'm
just like, all right, guess I would be
trying to
moving.
think. I think we were less than a year when I found out, but we like probably less than a year official, but we had been together for a while before that.
It's a beautiful
And I was
thing.
just, I
People out there,
remember,
if you don't
oh
have any,
yeah,
when you find out, don't run from it. Attack it.
oh yeah, don't, yeah, man, you got to hit that one on the head. You got to take care of that one, and you just got to man up, boss up,
You got to.
boss up, boss
Boss,
up, man.
like Ross. Uh, on that note, man, let's get into the Mountain West, man.
Let's
Today
get
we're
into it,
previewing the
baby.
Mountain West Conference. Gotta say, going through this conference
It's some decent
wasn't
teams.
really, wasn't really too shocked about what I seen. They got some
No,
real bad at the bottom, and the top is the top. Um, when you look at this
yeah,
conference, when you look at this conference, as I look over my notes here, obviously we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump into Boise State first. They have the best odds to win this conference. They're plus 185. 8.5 is their win total. It's plus 180, 134 to the over, and minus 164 for the under. So a lot of juice on that. This team went 10-4 last year, finished 8-0 in
8-0 in
the
the
conference,
conference.
and they returned 52% of their line starters. As far as
Oh yeah.
TARP goes, they're a minus one. Most of that's on defense. They're a positive three on offense. They're a minus four on defense. So Andy Avalos kind of got his work cut out for him on the defensive side. That's the head coach. They have a new offense coordinator in Bush Harden. Taylor Green, he's a red shirt freshman last year, burnt that red shirt. Once Bachal, there was their quarterback. That was his last name. I can't think of his first name. I just know he dealt with a lot of injuries. He's transferred this offseason, of course. He's manning it somewhere else. So when I look at this team, they lost three defensive backs and a strong secondary. It's kind of where they hang their hat last year on defense. And they also have non-conference games at Washington and UCF. So that looms large. Those could be automatic losses. But replacing three members of your secondary is going to be tough. Good thing Taylor Green got that experience last year. New offensive coordinator coming in with that. Um, but still, nevertheless, even though saying all that, Boise State still a very strong team. I I have no quarrels about them being the favorites to win this conference.
No, I understand. I feel that they are definitely the favorite coming in. Nine starters coming back on offense.
Listen to that.
That's like all your skill players.
And one
New
of them in the
quarterback,
court,
but
he didn't even account it for. He
solid.
played a good amount of snaps. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
solid quarterback. That boy's 6'6", 223. So
That's a
hopefully he
house.
can get the ball down the field. I
That's a
mean,
house.
big. You got 5 on defense, and you got both special teams coming back. Um, I'm not gonna lie, their schedule this year, I got them coming out the gate like 1-2 in their first 3. It's a tough kind of task. The first 2 weeks, they can go down 0-2 to start the year.
I do think
I
they
think
travel for both of those games too, right?
so. Technically, they go at Washington to start the year, which is crazy, and then they go at home for UCF, which I think they will lose, and North Dakota, which I think they'll get on the win in the win column right there. But um, coming off a disappointing MAC championship game, man, this is um, excuse me, MAC Mountain West, excuse me. Um, I felt like they should have won the conference last year, man. I felt like that was a huge hiccup, and I felt like they could have played in a better bowl game. They get the bowl win, but you're coming off a team last year who was top 5, like you said, in the secondary. This was a top 5 passing defense in the country. Believe it or not, that's what I got written down. Top 10 total in yardage, top 15 in scoring defense, and you just lost a lot of production. It's going to be tough to fill in the gaps, but I don't know, man. I feel confident that this is like a 9 to 10 win team, and I honestly feel that they should take the conference, man. They should take the conference this year and play in a decent bowl game. They played in the Frisco Bowl last year, which is
Mm-hmm.
whatever the fuck. But um, I don't know, man. I feel good about the running back they got. He's a damn good running back, I think. Hopefully their line is still intact. I see 2 people um, left, but filling in are 2 seniors. So they're going to have an entire senior offensive line except for the right tackle, who was a true freshman, or excuse me, redshirt freshman last year.
That's
So
massive. That's massive.
we'll see, man. We'll see
It
if that
seems they're
offensive line
poised to go
can
right
win.
back
Yeah, man. We'll see what that O line can do if they can win the battle in the trenches.
in the
But
trenches.
I think this team is destined to be top 25. It's going to be a slow start, but I think they won't see another L till I got them losing at Fresno in the rematch.
Oh, at Fresno
They go
State.
at Fresno State on the first week of November. I got them losing, but after that UCF, I got them winning. Let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 wins in a row. I think. Um, like that first 2 weeks, if they can come out 1-1, that'd be great. They'd be poised for a great season. But I don't know. I got Boise State winning this thing. I think they should not run the table, but
I got them
I
going
think
over
it'll
the
make
win
for an
total, eight and a
interesting.
half.
Oh,
I got them
definitely
going
over.
over this win total.
Definitely over.
They're a 9-win team. They're definitely a 9-win team. They'll
Yeah, for
probably
sure.
lose to UCF and Washington and maybe drop one more conference game to a team I actually have winning the conference. But they're a 9-win team. I would take the over. Um, that's about all I got for Boise State.
Same.
All right, let's get into Air Force next. Troy Calhoun's Air Force team. This is the team I have winning the conference. They return 80% of their line starts. They were 10-3 last year, 5-3 in the conference. All their losses happen to be conference losses state, but they are -3 in TARP, -7 on the offense, +4 on the defense. They're +400 to win the conference. 8.5 is the win total, -104 for the over, -118 for the under. When I look at the Air Force Falcons, they have 4 returning offensive linemen. They have a track star in Jensen Jones returning at quarterback. Um, they They were one of the best teams. They actually were the best team in this conference where yards per game standpoint. They returned 8 starters along that defense, and they only gave up 13.4 points per game, and they only allowed 30% on third downs. Those were some stats that jumped out to me when I looked at this
No,
Air
yeah.
Force roster and this team. I think this team is due for a big year. I think they certainly
Oh yeah.
return a lot and should be right there competing for a Mountain West Conference championship. Um, so this is my pick to win it all in this conference, just based on the returning production amongst the offense and having a strong defense last year. Service academies, a lot of those teams that tends to be sticky from year to year. So I can kind of bank on that defense still being pretty good. Your thoughts?
Oh yeah. What I noticed the most about this team is besides a couple wide receivers, this is an entire senior starting offense. Like
Yeah,
I think that's crazy. And this is the number one rushing attack in the country.
they're gonna come
So
at you.
they're gonna run down your throats, or they're gonna at least try. Um, I got them. I'm flirting with that 8.5. I'll be
I
honest with
definitely got
you.
them going over.
Okay. I'll take the 8.5.
You riding with me? You riding with me?
Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
going
ride
there?
with you, man. I'm gonna ride with you on that one. Defensive ranks were outstanding. They were top five on in
30%
basically
on
every
third down. They only allowed
statistical
30%.
category. They're top five in total offense, top five in passing yards. Yo, Mom Duke's watching something crazy right now. They were under 100 yards a game on rushing defense. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. That's like
Look,
some
if you run the ball
NCAA
that
14
well,
shit right there.
for real, if you
That's
run the
some
ball
NCAA
that well,
14 shit.
you better be able to stop the run. If you run into
Oh
that
my
people like that,
god,
you better show up and stop the run on game day. You feel me?
that's amazing, dude. That's amazing. That's something I didn't when I was doing notes on this team. I was like, what? Like
Yeah.
what?
It's fucking
And
Air
then
Force,
third in
man.
scoring defense, only allowed 13.4 a game last year. You could also throw out there that there wasn't too many killers on the schedule last year, but that's still a great accomplishment. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And they won the bowl game against Baylor. It's not bad, man. Not bad
I
year
like this
last
team.
year.
I like this team.
Um,
I'm so. I'm sick,
I
y'all. If y'all hear me
think
doing it, I'm a little under the weather.
no, man, you're straight, dude. I think personally, this is a conference championship team. Like I said, they're gonna win. I think. I'd like to see Boise State win it all in terms of the conference. But this is a
I'm
hell of a
rocking with
team
the
that you better.
Falcons, baby.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Blue Tundra. Give
Let's
me the
talk
Blue
about the
Turf. But
defending champions here.
yeah, the Fresno
The Fresno State
State,
Bulldogs.
baby.
Jeff Tedford returned 70%
The
of
Jimmy
his line
Kimmel.
starts. 10-4 last year overall, 7-1 in the conference. They have 4 receivers that have gone. They're gone from the program. They either transferred or graduated. The leading rusher is gone. They have a new offensive coordinator. My guy Jake Hayner, the quarterback from last year, is no longer with the team. Mikey King, insert him, UCF transfer. I wasn't a fan of him last year. 4 secondary players have also departed the program. 19.4 points per game is what that defense gave up last year. And yeah, so let me run that back for you. They lost their 4 receivers, their leading rusher, and their quarterback. Did I read you the prices, guys? Plus 370 to win the conference, 8.5 to win total, plus 140 for the over, minus 176 juiced hard to the under. And their TARP, they're negative 7.5, minus 7 on offense, and minus 0.5 on defense. I've said all I need to say in those notes. That's too many losses for a team that cannot afford it. Jeff Tedford, he's a fantastic coach. He gets the most out of this Fresno State team. He puts guys into the league. But when you lose your quarterback, your leading rusher, your four receivers, and all those guys in the secondary, you can
Yeah,
expect
they've lost
sort
the
of a drop
entire
off.
skill position.
The
The
entire
entire skill
position.
position is gone from this team, which is unfortunate because that quarterback was possibly one of the best quarterbacks in their program, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Jake Haener was
Losing
special,
him,
man.
that's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. I got this team 6-7 in the win column, man. I don't think it's definitely a bowl game year.
I'm going under.
I don't see. I mean, your entire skill position is gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. It's not there. Like we're talking every starting wide receiver, the running back, the quarterback, they're gone, man. That's tough, man. But they had an
It's a
impressive
lot of
year.
attrition.
Oh my
There's
god,
just a
yeah.
lot
They
of
had an
attrition.
impressive year. Dude, they started 1-4.
All those games, Haener were hurt in. Haener was hurt.
1-4. They won the first one
Mm-hmm.
and then lost 4 straight. Now I will say these opponents were tough. So you got Oregon State. It was a nail biter loss at home. Then you go at USC Trojans. Took the L there. You go at Connecticut. Barn burner. Not really. Close loss. And then at Boise State. 20-point defeat. And then you just don't lose again. That's pretty impressive, man. What a run. I mean, you gotta really. They beat Boise State. That was pretty impressive. And you go in SoFi Stadium and win the LA Bowl. I mean, what a great year last year. But I don't think it's gonna be the same this year. I don't expect success. Of the impact of last year, there's just no way.
No.
I just don't see it, man.
Just too much attrition, man. Too many starters. Oh, sorry, guys. Let's get into the next team. San Diego State. Brady Hoke's.
The Aztecs.
I've
actually seen this team in a bowl game one time. I went to Las Vegas in 2016 with an old fling of mine, and it was like we went in December, and the Las Vegas Bowl was going on while I was down there, and it was the Houston Cougars.
Okay.
Not Denzel Ward. What was
Greg
his
Ward?
name? Greg Ward. Greg Ward ended up going to play for the Eagles as a receiver.
He played receivers for the Eagles. Yeah.
He was the quarterback at Houston, and then they play San Diego State, who had the number 1 running back ever, like yards wise. I cannot remember something Bell. He went to the league, I think. He was a small dude. It was his Aztecs versus the Cougars, man, and we bought tickets for $5, right? So $5 tickets. Was it $2 tickets? I think it. Let's settle in the middle. Let's say $3 tickets, right? And then it was a $50 taxi ride to get to the game.
What the fuck?
$50 taxi ride. I did not think about that. I looked at my girl at the time. I was like, "Can I go to a football game?" She's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Duh, yeah." A bowl game, might I add. And so they played in UNLV. Was it UNLV? Yeah, their football state. No, yeah, it was UNLV football state in the middle of the fucking desert. Cold as shit. If you weren't in the sun, you were freezing. That's just how
the desert gets cold, man.
Oh, I did not know that, bro. It's flat. The desert is flat. And that means wind, bro. It was so windy. I couldn't believe it. We went there, a $50 taxi ride and a $2 bus ride back to the strip. Man. Very, Very good time, man. And I'll never forget. This was 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the girl's like, "All right, let's get the fuck out of here. It's too cold." I was like, "That's cool, you know. That's cool. Whatever." We saw some football action for $2, and we were walking at the tunnel of the section that we were in, and I got this is 2016. Okay, this is 2016. So like peak Clemson football. We're in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl in the playoff, going up against Ohio State for the first time in the playoff. Might I add, that is the 31-0 beatdown. Might I add, I had to throw that out there. So I'm walking out of the tunnel, and there's this guy wearing this Braxton Miller Ohio State jersey, like a like maybe he done a stint type white dude. And at first, dude, I'm a jersey collector. I don't know if you know that about me, but I collect jerseys. And so I'll be honest, at the moment, I was just admiring. I was like, oh, because I looked at him while he walked past. And I guess I thinking about it now, I literally like followed him because I was like, who's on the back of that shit? And I was like, oh, Braxton Miller? And he was staring me down like, yo, what's up? And then I had my Deshaun Watson Clemson jersey on. And that was like the matchup was like maybe had been made like a week or two before. And then I looked at him and he was like, I was like, why is he looking at me like that? And I was like, oh fuck, we're about to play each other. And then I'm just staring him down. He's probably like, fuck is this guy looking at? And I was like, and we made eye contact, bro. I was just like, hey, what's up, man? He was like, and then like went back to his seat. I didn't realize the significance of the situation because I felt like he was thinking I'm trying to fight him, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's a cool ass jersey, man. Fuck Ohio State, that's a nice jersey. And then I was like, Braxton Miller, ooh, and he was like, but he was just like, what's up? And I was like,
he was like, you really rocking
what's
that?
up, man? What's up, man?
He was like, you really
that shit was funny. And then we flew back, right? And then we played that game 2 weeks later, and we beat the fuck out of them. And I was like, I wonder where that guy is right now. I wonder where that guy is. I bet you was like that fucking guy at that bowl game, man. I know
he probably was thinking the same thing. He was like, listen, if I see that fucking guy when I leave here, that's what he was thinking.
You'll never see me again, brother.
He said, I got some for his ass.
Man. That was so
Stare
funny.
Me down, huh? You gonna stare me down?
Dude, like that was so funny because I think that's what he thought I was doing. I was like, no, man, I'm just admiring the jersey, man. And I will say I broke a lot of necks. I'll say this one story too. I went to Cleveland, Ohio in I think that was 2016 as well, dude. That was when LeBron was on the Cavs. My grandfather, he was working in place called Carrollton, Ohio, which is like 40 minutes from Canton and like 50 minutes from Cleveland. So I got to go to the NFL Hall of Fame and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. But we went to a Cleveland Cavaliers game, and I wore a Clemson beanie. I had like this really cool reflective like Nike Clemson beanie. And bro, I was breaking so many necks, and I had no idea why, dude. I was like, what? Why is everybody staring at? Like, dude, everybody was Ohio Stated up, bro. Everybody was Ohio Stated up. And I was like,
fucking losers.
What? That was January 29th, 2017. So that was like January of 2017. So we had just won the national championship, and I'm wearing all this Clemson shit in Ohio. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is this guy looking at me for? And I like adjust my hat. And I was like, oh shit. Everybody in this arena.
He said, I did it again. He said, I did it again.
Oh, it's just Ohio State, man. That shit is so funny. But yeah, man, let's get into these Aztecs, man.
59% of the line starts return for Brady Hoke's Aztecs. They went 7-6 last year, 5-3 in the conference. Jalen Maiden, he's a safety. He's converting to quarterback this year. We'll see how that turns out. New offensive coordinator Ryan Lindley.
Interesting.
He has his work cut out for him. New offense coordinator Ryan Lindley. The two top receivers are gone. Safety convert coming to quarterback. They play UCLA, um, Boise State, Ohio, Oregon State, and Fresno State. So that's about half their schedule, and all those teams are probably going to whoop their ass. They return
I'm
two
not even
players
gonna
on
lie.
defense, and that's where they hung their hat.
Yeah, every team that you just said, I got them losing.
Yeah, I got them. I got them losing all those.
They're going to drop every single one of those games.
They are -3.5 in TARP, -4 on defense, +5 on offense. But they are +750 to win the conference, -134 to the over, +110 to the under, and the win total is 6.5. So I just named 5 games I think they lose, but here's the thing: I do think they win probably the rest of those. I can't get with 6.5. I can't.
I got the under. I got 6 on the die.
I can get with 6. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I got. I just got 6. There's just no way. That's so funny. Literally every single team that you just said, I was like, that's an L.
That's an L.
And I got written down like it's just all L's. But they'll hopefully
Brady hopes decide to put a fucking headset on instead of just walk around the sidelines without one.
Yeah.
It annoys the shit out of me. It annoys the shit out of me when he does that. Like, he used to coach for Michigan. I used to be like, that's the reason why we're fucking sorry, because you don't know what the fuck's going on. You walk around here with no communication in your earpieces. San Jose State, let's talk about them next. They return, actually, this is my sleeper team to win the conference. They return 100% of their line starts. I don't know what his last says name. It's like Corduroy. He's back at quarterback. Their running back returns. They return 6 starters amongst the defense. They do play USC, Toledo, and Oregon State. But Brent Brennan, he knows this. They also play the top 4 teams in the conference. So, with saying that, San Jose is plus 1,500 to win the conference. It's 5.5 is the win total. It is -154 towards the over, +126 towards the under. And they are -1.5 in TARP, and that is all on the defense. They have 5 missing and 3.5 on offense. This really boils down to this. They return half the defense, they lost half the defense. If the other half of the defense that returns is any good with the continuity they have on offense, I fully expect this team to go over that win total. Fully expect it. And I can expect them to, if they do get a real good bump on both sides of the ball, I can see them right in the conference championship game. That's how talented this team is. But I'm not going to, this team and the next team we're talking about, they both have a real shot. They're sneaking in the conference championship game.
Man, I was about to ask you, what is the win total for?
It's 6.5.
I'm like on the line. I'm on the line. I think I had like 6 or 7. Done like a 6/7 win team for me. I don't remember watching this team a lot last year.
I remember watching one game and the quarterback was fucking abysmal.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that dude. So we shall see, man.
I'm going over. I think they get.
You going over?
I think they get down. I do. I think they get down. I really do. I don't know if that's just me wishful thinking or me just banking on the fact
I want to think it is. I want to think it is, but hey, we will find out here soon.
I think mostly it's just a bank. For me, mostly it's just a bank on the fact they returned the whole offensive line, and that's got to count for something, man. A good offensive line, you know what I'm saying? It's got to count for something. Let's talk about Wyoming next. 60% of that line starts. They went 7-6 last year. They were 5-3 in the conference. Craig Bowles has 9 returning starters on the defense, 15 total starters. This is why I say this team could. This is my other sleeper team to be right in the right in the conference championship game.
You got your mops and your decimal? I just got. Okay. All right, let me take. My bad about that, brother.
They're all good.
9 returning starters on defense, man. That's huge.
It's everybody. They have
Huge to
Andrew
keep you
Presley
relevant,
back at
man.
quarterback too. Um, the only problem is, have you looked at their schedule? They play Texas Tech, App State, Texas, Fresno State, and Air Force. Now, granted, they play
I got
Fresno
them losing
State,
all
Air
of them
Force.
except for one. I
They,
think the Air Force game will be fun.
if they could take care of Air Force or Fresno State, they put themselves in position. They have to win one
Yeah.
of those games. I tend to think they get Fresno. I got a soft spot for Air Force. But if this team's beat up after those other 3 games, then nothing else matters. They have to stay healthy through that Texas Tech, App State, and Texas run.
And yeah, what people got to realize is like getting beat up a week
Mm-hmm.
week to week basis, dude. That shit's real. Like that shit's real. And I'll give you an example. We were set to play Florida State in 2000 and let me get this right, 11 or 12. I believe it was 11, or we beat them. Let's say 12 because EJ Manuel was their quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. Um, No, 11, because Sammy Watkins. EJ Manuel got hurt. They played the number 1 team in the country, Oklahoma, the week before, and then we
Mm-hmm.
had to play them. And I was like, we'll see. Maybe that team will make them better. No, Oklahoma fucked them up in Tallahassee, and they started a guy named Clint Trickett. I
I
don't know
remember
if you
Clint
remember
Trickett.
that guy.
I remember
Clint
Clint Trickett.
Trickett. He was like the offensive coordinator's son or some bullshit.
He's fucking
Um,
terrible.
yeah, he was a small little dweeb. Yeah, we got to play him in 2011, and we got him. But that team was beat up. That was a damaged team. I felt, and I was. Someone had said that. There was like one of the announcers during that game before because they played a decent team before Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the announcer saying like they can not be banged up. I was like banged up. And then I saw like a number 1 team in the country just go in there and whoop their ass. It's just real, man.
Just pulling at all
Conditioning,
strings.
strength and conditioning, that shit is real, man. That's why them boys, them Jack Miller effers on the sideline, that's why they get paid.
That's why they be
That's why they get
fucking.
paid, bro.
That's
You
why
see
that.
them
Hey,
crazy mother effers on the sideline, no shirt in the Mountain West Conference on the sideline. You're like, what the fuck is that guy? Like, dude, that's the
that's why they
strength
put a
and
lot of the
conditioning
money
coach.
into the strength and conditioning and the nutrition of their players and the
Oh my
GPS and all
god,
the
dude!
other
These
shit. They tracking what you put in your
Power Five
body and
teams.
all that these
Oh my
days.
god, it's a science. It
Mm-hmm.
might as well be sports science, dude. Like
I
honestly,
mean, it essentially is. I mean, that shit is like it's
college
like a
turns you into a
level of
man,
perfection
dude.
they want you to reach.
College football turns you into a man, dude. Like
It
I'm
does.
serious, man. Like you can go from high school weighing 185, and you'll be in a year and a half 220, like at least, dude. Solid muscle, eating good, drinking
Mm-hmm.
good, dude. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. Come
Being
on,
really
man.
taken care of.
Got to take care of your body as an athlete, dude.
One more thing to pitch about Wyoming. They are +9 overall in net TARP, +4 on offense and +5 on defense. They're +1,300 to win the conference. Uh, we'll move right along. We'll move into I think UNLV next year. UNLV +1,700 to win the conference. 5.5 is the win total. Um, -172 to the over, +138 to the under. And as far as TARP goes, they're +2 net TARP, 1.5 on offense, zero point 0.5 on defense. When I look at UNLV, Barry Odom returns 58% of his line starts. Now, Barry Odom is he's new head coach. He is coming over from Arkansas. He was the defense coordinator there for years. They were 5-7 last year, 3-5 in the conference. They have a new offense coordinator, Brennan Marion. He comes from a small school. He's known for this wow offense he ran. Their go 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 go. They're very innovative and creative. They have injury concerns at quarterback because Doug Brentfield is always injured. They do have one notable receiver, Ricky White. He's returning. Um,
Yeah, he's
Last year,
back.
this team started 4-11, and they finished 1-6. So Barry Odom has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, first year. First
I would
year,
say
he's gonna have to figure something
if the
out.
quarterback can stay healthy and the quarterback and receiver can get that spark going, I'm torn. Fuck it, I'm gonna say under. I got him right at 5 wins.
I have him at 6. A crazy stat I want to throw out as I just looked up. They play in Allegiant Stadium,
Yeah,
which is the fucking Raiders shit. That's news to me. I don't remember them playing there last year. I don't know if that's a new thing.
they better.
Because,
Well,
like I said, in
they might
2016, they had an outdoor football stadium. So they went from an outdoor football stadium
to the
to
Death Star.
Allegiant. Yeah, to the Death Star. That's pretty fucking cool, man. That should be a good recruiting tool, man. Unless they're getting something built
I mean,
for the
it's
time
Vegas.
being. I
That
don't
should be a
know,
good
dude.
recruiting tool. Should be it's Vegas. Come on out here. But I tell you like this,
Yeah.
they're gonna win more games in that building this year than the Raiders will. They're gonna win more games than the Raiders will. Trust me. Trust me. Utah
really hate
State.
that. Utah State.
Blake Anderson, his Aggies. They were 6-7 last year, 5-3 in the conference. So they were pretty good in the conference, just bad everywhere else. Returned 25% of their line starts. They're tied for the second worst TARP. Minus 10 net overall, minus 5 on both sides. They do return their quarterback, but the thing about it is, man, they play Air Force, UConn, James Madison, and they play somebody else too. They play somebody else that's pretty good. I read it down in my notes, but I can't even read it. I really can't read
Boise
what I wrote.
State. They got Fresno State. They got, let's see, you said James Madison. They play at Connecticut, at Air Force. They go at Iowa week 1. That'll be tough.
That might be what I wrote down. So they're going to be pretty
I
beat
think
up.
that's
Like you
the
just
one,
talked, like
'cause
you just
UNT.
talked about teams. They play somebody tough and then they're beat up. Some guys I listened to their podcast. There was a Clemson trend when Venables was there. Teams that play Clemson the next week bet their team total under. They just don't perform as well. Well, they're playing Iowa week 1. Just lets me know everything I need to know about this team. Utah State's plus 2,800 to win the conference, minus 118 to the overs, minus 104 for the under. Win total is 4.5. Man,
I got the
they had
over,
23.
man.
They had 23 players leave, man.
I don't know, man.
For that,
I feel decent.
I'm going with under. I got them right
But I had
now.
them at 5. I just had them at 5. I didn't have nothing crazy. I had them at 5. I got them beating Idaho State, at Connecticut, Colorado State, and San Diego State. Oh, is that an error by myself? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I have them at 4. I don't know why
I told
wrote
you
5.
they're trash.
I have them at 4. Because
We don't talk
I have
about
an
these
L or
before
a
either,
W
guys.
next to every person on the schedule, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, I only count 4 W's, so I'm at 4.
We don't
I hope
talk
they
about
get
this
5.
beforehand, but that's like 3 teams that we've been on together. So I'm pretty confident in saying I don't think they win more games than that. I am.
No,
Another team I'm pretty confident they don't win more games than what I got listed is Colorado State. They returned 25% of their line starts. They were 3-9 last year overall and 3-5 in the conference, so they only won games in the conference. Jay Norvell, he's got some work to do. The head coach Jay Norvell, because he had 4 O-line transfers.
yikes!
They gave up 59 sacks last year. They have Clay Millen back at quarterback. I think they have 4 O-linemen transfer in. I'm sorry. They have 4 secondary players return.
I hope transfer in because giving up 50-something sacks and you just lost all them guys.
I can't
Look
remember
out,
if they
bro.
lost them all or they had a whole new line come in, but either way, it's bad.
All right, my notes say there that you are correct. There's only one returning starter on the offensive line. It's the senior center. So you got both guards and both tackles, some of the most important positions on the line.
That's terrible.
Gone, bro.
You know what's crazy? They only averaged 13.2 points on offense and 2.8 yards per carry last year.
This is a
Um,
like 105 and higher on all offensive categories last year, like ranking wise, like 105th ranking in passing offense. Like
the only bright spot they had was Torrey Horton. He caught 72 balls for 131 yards. He returns. This team fucking stinks, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they're positive
this team
4
hasn't been
net
good in a long time.
a long time, and it's sad because they got some fire ass colors.
I love their helmet. I love the Rams. I love the Rams.
Oh fuck yeah,
That's
man.
cool, man. That's fucking cool, dude.
Fucking gold and green or white. That's like fire.
Yeah, but that's
it.
it.
They just suck.
That's all they got. They got
suck.
swag, but that is it.
They were positive 4 net target last year. 3.5 on offense, positive 5 on defense. They're plus 2,000 to win the conference. 4.5 is the win total. I can't get that. There's too many pieces on offense need to jail. I can't get that.
4.5. I think I have my like 4.
I can't get that.
I think I gave them one at the end. But me rereading my notes and stuff, I don't think that's accurate. So it's got to be like at 4. I think I had them at 5. I wrote down 5, but it's definitely 4, man. That's tough, man.
All right.
That's a tough one to get behind. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'll tell you another tough team to get behind. I'll only have 3 things written down for this team.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah,
Hawaii.
who you got?
Hawaii. Hawaii is...
Hawaii pisses me off so bad, dude.
You know what? I'm tripping.
It's another school that I don't understand. Okay, you tripping? Are you tripping?
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Because I just want to go on a rant about Hawaii football.
Let's just
I want you to make sure.
That's plus 12,000 to win the conference.
God bless.
God, it's fucking impossible. They actually have the second worst odds. They're minus 118 to the over and minus 109 to the under. The win total is 3.5. They are minus 3 in TART. Most steps on the defense end. They're minus 3.5. Hey, listen, Baden Schrager returns, and they allow 34.7 points per game. That's all you need to know. They have one good guy returning in their quarterback. Well, I think I said good guy with Timmy Chang. Your defense gave it 35 points per game last year. You don't really return anything. You got your work cut out for you, man. That's all I got to say.
All right, so let me go on a small rant about Hawaii football. I just don't get it. Maybe it's the travel. Maybe it's the location. Maybe there's no way it's the conference, because was this team like Pac-12 at one point? Like, was this team ever like in a decent conference? This has always been. First of all, I don't get that either. I feel like this should be a great football market. They had one of the best stadiums in the United States, dude. Aloha Stadium. They have torn that shit down. That if you don't know what Aloha Stadium is, it hosted the Pro Bowl for basically anybody who knows me, our entire childhood up until like 4 or 5 years ago. It got condemned based off, obviously, it's the middle of the fucking ocean, so the elements ate that stadium alive. Dude, I stayed up on YouTube with like, I would check on YouTube like every 7 to 8 months, be like, all right, where are we at on Aloha Stadium? Are they going to renovate it? Are they going to tear it down? Are they going to build something even better? Or whatever. They go from Aloha Stadium to a 9,000 stand complex. Like, you just went from NFL to high school football stadium. And there's been, the state of Hawaii has literally threw up hundreds of plans of new stadiums or what is Tennessee's new stadium trying to be? It's like multicultural, like not just football, but like stadium.
It's a shopping mall with PlayStation.
Yeah, shopping,
inside of a PlayStation.
And amphitheaters and touristy trap area, and literally the mayor of not the mayor, the governor of Hawaii, bro. Like no one can figure it out. The tax dollars, the budget, bro. They just can't figure that shit out. And I'm like, bro, if y'all figured that shit out and built them a stadium that they deserve, dude, that's more recruits, dude. That's more recruits. That's college football, man. Like the complex of teams and their facilities, bro. That shit is recruit. It's all about recruiting, man. You build a multi-million-dollar putting green or some bullshit, and bro, like some football player that's into golf is like, oh shit, I could putt out here every day. You know, it's recruiting. And I don't understand how nobody wants to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Hawaii.
My brother
offer me a scholarship.
My brother
offer me
Hawaii,
a scholarship, bro.
He says the food was amazing, some of the freshest seafood ever. He said the ocean was beautiful. He said they have a black sea with black sand and a red sea with red sand. And he was like, he was like, the mountains are up in the clouds. Like he talks about it all the time. It was very beautiful.
It's paradise.
Pictures. So
I'm sure
everything
it rains,
you said,
but it's a paradise.
Hell yeah, it rains. Everything you said in the in your rant, I agree with you 100%.
I just don't understand how they're not good. I just don't understand.
They should at least be pulling at least 1 or 4.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Colt Brennan. But dude, they were on the map. And Colt Brennan, that shit was in Aloha Stadium.
Yeah.
And I just, you look good, you feel good, you play good. And dude, that's a real thing when it comes to football, man. And there's no way those guys are going out there and that. What is the complex name? TC Ching Complex. 9,000 tops. That's a glorified high school track football stadium with maybe a little extra stands.
That shit's Gaffney. That shit's Gaffney High School.
Yeah.
That shit's Gaffney.
Not even, dude. I think Dorman High School has a better football stadium right now than the Hawaii
That's
Rainbow
pretty dope.
Warriors.
I played that one time, but I didn't play a football game. It's dope though. It was dope playing though.
All right, I'm done with Hawaii. Well,
fuck you, Hawaii, for what you done. For what you done at Aloha Stadium, basically. This podcast rides for Aloha Stadium. We stand in solidarity with Aloha Stadium. So you guys are going under your win total. I got to go under 3.5. There's no way. They only won 3 games last year. They're not going to do it again.
I got them at 3. So, yeah.
New Mexico. Danny Gonzalez. New Mexico. 2-10. They were 0-8 in the conference last year. They do return 71% of their line starts. They are net tarp. They're a positive 1.5. 3 of that is all to the offense. 1.5 minus 1.5 on defense. They're plus 12,000 to win the conference. The win total is 3.5, minus 105 for the over, minus 115 to under. They have a new offense coordinator in Brian Vincent. They have a new quarterback. He transferred in. They have a new defense coordinator. They have 2 wide receivers. And they have 2 running backs and a receiver transfer in. And that's good. They got all these changes on offense. And they returned those line starts because they didn't score more than 21 points in a conference game last year at all. They only have 2 defensive returning players either. So that's what makes it tough. I want to say this team will win 3.5 games or more, but I think this is right where they need to be at 3. And if they get to 4, it wouldn't shock me. But
I got 3. I got 3 with a chance of 4. I got them beating Tennessee Tech, you would hope. I got them beaten at Massachusetts, and I got them beating Hawaii. And UNLV and Nevada.
They might fuck around and lose to UMass. I was just playing.
Hey, fuck, man. Hey, who knows?
UMass fucking trash.
But I think the win total is like perfect where it's at. I think it's exactly.
Like I said, the bottom of this conference, each 4 teams we're talking about, like they're just bottom. Like their win total was set so well by Vegas just because it's like This team has to really get lucky to win one more game. Do you want to bet on that? Like, take for instance Nevada. Ken Wilson's Nevada Wolfpack returned 65% of their line starts. They were 2-10 last year and 0-8 in the conference. They averaged 18 points per game. That's abysmal. They couldn't even get to the 20s. 6 returning starters on defense.
Was they better than Iowa?
I'm not sure, but I doubt it.
They had to
trash.
Hold on, let me. I just for LOLs. I want to look that up because I just remember how bad Iowa was last year.
I'll tell you this.
No, they were better than Iowa. They were better than Iowa. Iowa was 122nd in the country, and Nevada was 118. That's great.
Once again,
where we at?
Once again,
yeah, they were 119. Excuse me, they were better than Iowa on the.
I said this on a couple podcasts ago. I said Kirk Ferentz put the ball in the end zone.
Put the ball, yeah.
Tomorrow at your practice, play this clip. I want the Iowa Hawkeyes to put the ball in the end zone. Put the ball in the end zone 3 times a game. 3 times a game. Nevada, they averaged 18 points per game. They returned 6 starters on D, which they need because they gave up 31 points per game on defense last year. They had a transfer go to Colorado. They also bring in 2 receivers, a running back, and a tight end. So they bring in a whole new offensive group, which they really fucking need if they average 18 points a game. That's what they need, an influx of talent.
100%, dude.
They do have a new defensive coordinator also.
Okay, they're not bringing like crazy talent in because their new quarterback, he was the quarterback at Colorado last year, and we all know what the fuck happened at Colorado last year.
You know, they have better odds to win the conference though than New Mexico and Hawaii. They're plus 5,000. Their win total is 4.
No, they won 2 games last year, and I think they can double it.
I definitely. This year. They have no place to go but up. You were 18.4 points per game. You bring in some talent.
Come on, man.
You got 6 returning starters on D. If you could get those 30 points per game to drop down to around 24 to 25, and you can score another touchdown, I think you can go over your win total of 4.5. Give me Nevada.
Of course.
4.5 games. Plus, I've always liked Nevada, the Wolfpack. I like the fact that they do the little howl on third downs. Man, plus you can't really get worse than fucking. I'm just really soured on Hawaii after your rant. Like, I'm just really soured on
it. I just, let's not get back into it. I just, Colin Kaepernick, I feel like put these boys on the map ages ago, but
I'm still taking Air Force to win this conference. I'm still taking Air Force.
That's it, wasn't that was the last? That was the last. Just covered?
We pounded those out. That wasn't too bad. We're almost at an hour actually.
That wasn't
great, too bad. That was actually really smooth.
Oh man, real quick, man. Give me a glory days. You
want something from back in the day?
Yeah, all right. I felt like I kind of last week.
Update. Okay, so you remember the monsoon game you were talking about?
What'd you say? The monsoon. Yeah.
Somebody who listens to the pod told me about the game. They played that game.
No shit. Okay.
We won the game, and I thought this was the game, but I didn't want to reference it without being wrong. Blake scored 5 touchdowns that game. He had like a kick return. He had like a kick return.
It was something crazy. Like the running back was running all over us. Yeah.
He was going crazy. Okay.
Hey, shouts out to whoever told you that. That's cool as fuck.
So I got a glory days. This is kind of funny. So we're playing in the playoffs. We're playing We're playing Fairfield Central. It's the second year in a row we're playing them. The first year we had a chance to win the game. We had a turnover late in a punt go over the punter's head or something like that, and they scored and they put them up by like 2 scores and they ended up winning the game. Actually, no. What happened was they scored on a read option. The quarterback left everybody for like 80 yards. And then the next drive, we went to punt, and the punt went awry, and that pretty much killed the game. We had a really good defense that year too. So the next year we're playing. We make the playoffs. We were trash, man. We were trash. Like we weren't that good. Like I don't even know how we made the playoffs. We just had a soft schedule. Man, we were out there struggling, losing. Like we were out there struggling with TR and shit. So we come to the playoffs, and we cut the film on. In the first play, the quarterback takes it like 80 yards to the house. We're watching the film, and I tap my homeboy on the shoulder, and I'm like, "Hey, we gonna get our ass whooped." And he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "How you know?" And hey, man, listen, let's just being honest. Like, this is a football show. I said because we got a white boy at corner. Like,
oh my god, that's hilarious. Like, bro, we had white corners too.
Like, bro, like we playing a team that's down here. They like this Fairfield Central. Like, they might have one white boy on the team. Like, we got one lined up on at the corner position. Like, he's gonna be playing cover 3 out here and shit.
Yikes.
So we get to the game, man, and plus we were already slow on defense. We struggled with every team who was slow on defense, man. We get to the game, and they scored in no time, man. They scored a touchdown in any way possible, man. Turnovers. At one point, we ran a play to the outside. They took the ball out the running back hand and ran it for a touchdown. Like, literally just took it out of his hand and ran for a touchdown. So, at halftime, we're down 55-7. We just scored, like, right before the half.
Yeah.
So, we at halftime, Billy Downs, God, he transferred they talking shit because they whooping our ass, and Billy, he mad.
Yeah. So
he going to, like, coach trying to talk, but ain't nobody trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? We get punished. And Billy played fullback, and you talking, you like, all right, coach, they talking shit, whatever. We can fight, we can bang, whatever. And coach, he was like, we ain't got nothing to lose. We're already getting our ass whooped. That's what he was telling coach. And coach was like, you do got something to lose. And he was like, pride. And he was like, man, fuck all that. We get beat 55-7, man. He was like, they want to bang, we can bang. That shit was so funny. So game going on, and we had to do another teammate. Same. He joking around because he was a JV player. He just dressed. He joking, he playing, he talking during the game, and he laughing. And Billy come over there, and he like, the fuck you smiling for? We getting ass, what the fuck you smiling for? He started slapping the shit out of St. Like, grab him by the jersey, smacking him like, the fuck you smiling for? Smacking him, the fuck you smiling for? And it's just like, bro. So the end of the game coming up, right? They don't take all the seniors out. They're emotional. They lose. I don't even get what you're emotional for. The game was over with 5 minutes in. Like, get your tears out now. So he started calling, like, for the projected, people he want to look at for next year. And he was like, what Dion at? I heard him say that shit. I walked all the way down to the end where I couldn't hear him no more. I was like, man, I'm not going in this game. I don't want to be on the stat sheet. I don't want no parts of that. Like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. He called me over there later. He was like, where was you at? I was looking for you. And I was just like, I ain't even hear you up there, man. I heard that nigga and I walked all the way to the back bottom. Like, fuck that. You want to put me in goddamn way earlier and I don't want to go in now. I'm good. I ain't even stretched up. You know what I'm saying? I don't unbuckled all my shit. I'm out here just really for show. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm ready to hit the bus and go. So, yeah, man, the final score ended up being like 70-7. It was bad.
Oh, my
And then when we got down there, the funny part about it is, like, when we got down there, the intimidation factor, for the other people, like, I ain't never got intimidated in the football field. It's football. But
it's football.
They were playing a song, and it had to be one of the kids that played there, went to that school song.
He rapped.
And it went like, it was a terrible beat, but it was like, it's Murder City, Murder City, Murder City. That's all I remember. It's like, it's Murder City. And they out there, man, they warmed up to the song. They stretched to it. They played it like 10 times in a row. And then when we stepped off the bus, they had like them little, when you were younger, you remember you might have like music class, but it wasn't in a classroom. It was like in the outside, like wooden classroom. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
We got dressed in one of those, and while we were going to it,
portable.
Like
you got dressed in a portable.
Yeah, we were in a portable.
Yeah.
Their team was right there, and while we were like getting off the bus and shit, they had a coach.
They shaking the portable
like,
shit.
They was like, yeah. There they go right there. They was just talking shit, and I was just like, I like the energy, but I knew it shook some of the people on our team because they were some bitches. But like, I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Some
That
people say,
is
you didn't even want to get in,
hilarious.
you a bitch. No, nigga, I'm smart. I was like, fuck all
I'm
this.
smart.
I'm not getting in this fucking game. I'm good. So that's my glory days story right there.
That is terrific. I'm gonna compliment your story because you reminded me. I was like a slot machine of what I was gonna say for this episode, but it reminded me of how you say you didn't want to get in the game. We were losing
Fuck that.
to, I think TR. Was it Travelers Rest? That was like one of the. I played in like 3 or 4 games my junior year on varsity. I started, did all the good stuff on JV. But I was like switching positions. The same thing with basketball, dude. I went from like a 5 to a 1 from 8th to 9th grade. It was a big transitional, learn a new position type shit. So I was like, went from D line linebackers to like safety. That's what they classify me as, or nickel. And so I didn't play that much in the beginning of the year, and I think TR was our second or third game of the year. And for some reason, we were losing, and I remember it was like, bro, it was garbage time. I'm talking like under a minute, maybe. Like they had like 5 plays left in the game, and we're all sitting there with our helmets off, doing the old one of these things, these numbers, and the defensive coordinator calls into like the DB coach, and he's like, hey man, put Danny in the game. And Danny was sitting next to me, and he heard his name. He's like, hey. He was a upperclassman. He was a senior, I think. I was a junior, and he knew the system a little bit more than I did. I felt like my skill set was maybe a little bit better than his, but he had been in the system a little longer. So like, throw Danny in there, and Danny looked at that coach. And he was like, oh, hell no, I'm not going in this fucking game. And the coach was like, what the fuck, Chip, get a helmet on, get in there. I was like, oh, fuck, let's go. And I remember having a visor all of my JV year, and I was able to take my helmet from JV year to senior year, which was cool because I had the Michael Vick helmet. I had the 3-bar with the face mask. Like, bro, you had like that much able to see. Bro, I look like a fucking G. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't played like a G, but I look like a G. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah,
and so I hadn't played really that many games at night with my visor on. JV, bro, you're playing in the daylight most of the times, depending
dark by
on
the time
where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's dark by the fourth quarter, but like you starting the game in broad daylight. And also, I had just moved up to varsity, and dude, they like switched my number, bro. So they switched my number for I don't remember, a wide receiver, like a new transfer receiver needed a number, and I was brand new to that position, and they knew I wasn't going to get that much playing time, which was fucked up, but it was fine, it is what it is. And so they switched my numbers. I can't even remember. It was some bullshit number. It wasn't even close to a skill position number. I'm talking like offensive lineman type number. And I got out there. I was lined up over like an inside receiver or something like that. I don't remember the coverage at all. But they were on like the 15, and I think there was 2 plays left. No. There were 2 plays left. They were on the 40, and I remember the receivers crossed. The inside went out, and the outside went in. And I took the one coming in, and we kind of did like a switch. And my visor, it failed me, man, because that dude launched that ball, and I looked up, and I was like, oh my God, I want to get a pick. And bro, when I tell you the ball landed behind me and the receiver caught that shit and took it to the 5-yard line, I was like, bro, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, bro, I was embarrassed because we was at home. I done gave up a big play.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? They was totally going after me because I probably looked like I didn't know what I was doing, and I had a stupid ass number in a corner or safety position. It was like, oh, we about to get this dude. We about to get his ass. And then, bro, I kid you not, they went after me again, and they threw a jump ball in the corner, and I fucking forced his ass out of bounds. He didn't catch it, but I remember like going up, I was like, oh hell no, and I had to get a big mush, and he like kind of like fumbled it out of bounds. I was like, hey man, fuck you.
Yeah,
y'all for trying to expose me, man.
Yeah, you got to talk shit.
Y'all, man.
That's the right attitude.
Let's go. But
That's
dude,
the right
I felt
attitude.
embarrassed, man, because I gave up the big play, man. I think I might have had a tear in my eye. I was like, man, them motherfuckers try to embarrass me, man. Fuck y'all for switching my jersey, man. They might have went on the left side.
Listen, I ain't gonna cap, man. If I'm a quarterback and I go out there and I see somebody in like an odd number at DB,
Yeah,
and
number 67 at corner. Oh, we going after this.
We going. And if you're a corner with no swag, you're a corner or safety with like the jersey too big or something.
I looked okay, but my jersey was an offensive lineman jersey.
Yeah, we got to throw at you.
It was like
if I see 6 DBs out there, I'm looking. I'm like, damn, what they got number 49, no sleeves, no nothing. Oh, we throwing that 49. We throwing that 49. He ain't got no swag. God.
I have a lot of humility, I will say. I just brought up another memory. My jersey. Do you know a dude named Hakeem Freeman or a Josh Freeman? I'm name dropping right now, but we had a man named Hakeem Freeman. He's since slimmed down. I'm friends with his brother, with his younger brother. I played with his younger brother. We had a guy.
Yeah,
this dude was our offensive tackle.
I know
this guy weighed at least 400
He got like a gap.
pounds,
he got a gap.
I don't remember about the gap, but
he got
his brother's name is Josh. Brother's name.
I know
is
Hakeem.
Josh.
I know Hakeem. He go to Clemson. He's really good with like video and shit like that.
I don't know if he went to Clemson or not. I don't know what happened to him after high school. All I remember was he was the biggest dude ever, and we had just got a Nike contract. Like our next, I don't know how, my freshman year and my junior year, we were just good at football for random reasons. I don't remember why. And we got a Nike contract, not a contract, but like the next like 3 or 4 jerseys were Nike. And they ordered based off last year's people and their sizes. And when they had to switch my number up for a new player who was really good, by the way, or actually was he? I don't remember. They switched my number, and he that was like a 3XL jersey, bro. That was a 3XL jersey, man. They fucked me, man. So they threw at me, and I defended once and gave up a big play, and that was like basically my varsity career. Because I didn't
they better be glad I never played DB in my life, because I would probably get a 15-yard penalty every time I break on pass. What
position did you play, man?
I played guard. I played fullback for like majority of like high school. Then I switched to D-line. Okay. And I played guard. I went to guard my junior year because I was just like, we already had like 2 starting fullbacks in the varsity, and I was just like, I got better chances playing 3 technique and then going to guard. But we had 2 senior guards, and I was just like, I'll just play guard just because y'all don't ever want to let me play like 4 games of fullback. So I'll just go to guard because I could actually run block my ass off. But
I feel that.
I was a better 3 technique than anything because I could just like, man, within 10 to 15 yards, I can catch like 90% of people. Like my 10-yard burst was like elite, like freakish, like freakish athlete, like 10-yard burst.
Yeah.
Like some of the fastest people like you like, bro, what the fuck? Like how did he stay with him for 10 yards like that? So like I run plays down, I could pass rush a little bit. I will say I didn't really like I was kind of just like a bull in a china shop. I really didn't understand it. I know the nuances of football now. But when I switched to D-line, nobody ever took the time to teach me like the real nuances of reading blocks and stuff like that. So like I was just athlete. Like I'm just gonna run the brand play down. If you run to the opposite side of me and you don't block me, he's not gonna get to the line of scrimmage. I'm gonna chase. You can run a toss and I'm gonna be on his ass by the time you get to the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel that, man.
You can run boot at, you can run play action. If you boot out, like I'm gonna be the one to chase your quarterback out of bounds, or you gonna have to slide or something. Because like I'm coming, like
I
I'm
had a lot of
coming.
hurries, man. I think I had a handful of sacks. Like I could
Fast
count it on
longer
my hand how
arms,
many
man.
sacks I had. But dude, I had the quarterback pressures and hurries out the ass, man. We had a good D line coach my C team year. This dude's name was what was his first name? I don't remember his first name, but it was Coach Atari. He played for the Green Bay Packers back in the day. Played for the Bears and the Packers, if I'm not
Oh, see,
mistaken.
I asked my actually out there teaching y'all how to fucking do shit.
Yeah, but then he fucked us over and went to Eastside like the next year, and I heard he was telling secrets and shit. I
It's all
don't quote
good.
me on that shit, but like I heard some like they were like really upset that he went to Eastside. I think it was like they're like he's probably telling everything. He's probably telling everything he knows.
It's like, man, this is
But he was a great coach. He was a great coach. And he was a very mean, not mean, but very stern, like stern coach, man. Put you in your place type coach. And he was, I felt like in sports all my life, I needed that tough, like on your ass coach. I feel like that shit's in real life. Like my boss, it's kind of the same way. But yeah, we had a really good coach, and he took me from. I remember when I first went out for football. My dad played quarterback in high school and in college, and I was like, going out for quarterback, man. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? And there was 6 quarterbacks, and I was like, all right, I can catch. Let me off a receiver. There were Puffy 45 wide receivers. It felt like at least, bro. Everybody was just a receiver, and I was like, I just looked at the numbers, and I was like, you can go out here and the talent can separate, But then I was thinking, I got no clout out here. I'm just going to figure out if I want to be on defense or if I want to actually compete with these 40. And they probably 30 of them were scrubs, but you just never know, man. And when I went to Riverside, dude, everything was like who you knew type situation. And basically, I was like, I remember us breaking the warm ups, and then everybody going their position groups. And I literally was like at a crossroads. I was like, I don't know where to fucking go. And this dude named Atari, Coach Atari, he was like, "Hey, who are you with?" I was like, "Man, I don't even know, man. I guess defense." And he was like, "You're with me." And I was like, "All right." And then that's when defensive end. That's when I became elite. No, just joking.
hey man, listen.
That was the defensive end journey. That's
I
where
so
it began.
wish
Dude.
I was a little taller, man, with longer arms. I always wanted to be an edge rusher. I just know I would have been hell on the edge.
Man.
I was so good at D, and they would never let me play it in games. But in practice, I was so fucking good at defense. I was terrible pass rusher on the edge because I had short arms. But I would get some pressure, but you could not run the ball to my side. I'm just gonna take your fucking tackle and throw him into the guard every play. You just could not. I would have developed as a pass. I'd have been like Doomerville, man. I'd have been hell on the edge. I've been hell on the edge. You know what? You know what? The next Glory Days practice, I'm gonna tell you about the next Glory Days. I'm gonna tell you about the time I lined up at corner and caught a pick 6 at practice, and it ended the whole practice.
Fucking way! No fucking way!
I caught a pick 6 at practice. Like naturally, like my body type don't fit it, but I was born to be a defensive back because like that's just what I do. Like that shit is just like comes like first nature to me. Like covering. I've always wanted to be a defensive coach, but like coverage is always came.
I think
like
you'd be a great coach, man. I think you'll be a great coach, dude. You got the mentality and the attitude.
It'd be the greatest mix of deception and aggression of coach you've ever seen. You're not gonna. I believe in completely suffocating the run to make you have to throw the ball every play. I want you to throw the ball every play because your quarterback. How many shots can he take in them reels before you don't want to stand in and get hit, Debo? How many times can he do that? Because we gonna hit him, but
we're gonna get to him.
Man, this was a fun episode. We kind of went off.
A great episode.
Fun tangent at the end.
We're
gonna keep churning through these for y'all, man, because August 26th be here before you know it, man. So tomorrow we're gonna get together and we're gonna carve out the MAC. So you're gonna get this on Tuesday. Be looking forward to the MAC
12
on
days.
Wednesday, Conference USA on Thursday. Let's take a short break on Friday and get. Well, no, we can't take a break. There's no days off. I still have NFL
days off.
podcasts to record too, so there's no
God
days
bless
off.
you,
Truly. I need
Hey,
it.
when you want, do you have anybody to talk for the Panthers? Please
You
tell me you
can
don't.
you can come in and talk. I got a Panthers fan, but you can come talk Panthers. You can come talk. We can talk turkey.
The way I just basically went off on Hawaii, I will do that times 1,000 for the Carolina Panthers. We can go through the entire roster. I basically know 80% of the roster right now, dude.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sweating
we took
NFL. The
we took
NFL
a
is
giant
easy.
fucking L this weekend, man. Preseason.
It's week one of the preseason. We were talking about it at
Preseason, but
work.
dude, we had a
Everybody
lot of
wanted to talk about it
starters
at work.
played last weekend, man, or this weekend, and we still got fucked over, man. 20
They probably
to,
need-
20 to nothing.
They
23 to
probably
nothing.
need
I
to
don't
give a
remember
shit
the
this
final score,
preseason. I wouldn't give a shit this preseason.
Hey, Bryce looked okay, man. That's all I needed to know, man. Bryce
That's all
looked
that
good.
matters. He took
Bryce
a
looked
hit
good.
too. He
He
took a couple
actually-
big hits.
Dude, I'm not going to lie, man. He took a big hit on his first fucking throw, dude. Someone flattened his ass, and the offensive linemen were just like, oh, come on, Bryce, get up, man. No, man. I want 3 of y'all dogpiling the dude that just brought our quarterback to the ground preseason week 1. Bro, I would have laid their asses out, man. I promise you, man. They would have got to the sideline. I would have jumped down on it, bro. Like, how could you, like, I just didn't like that. It was like his first throw. His first throw was complete, by the way. But first throw, I mean, he was on the ground. I was like, okay. And it wasn't like a push or a trip or an arm. Like, that dude, like, and I'm like, yo, come the fuck on, man. And it wasn't even a referee thing. It was more of like, offensive lineman, grow some fucking balls.
I feel you.
That's to me what it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, protect your guy. This is our fucking future. Our future.
The franchise.
We traded DJ Moore, who might I add went 65 yards to the house this weekend in Chicago. Like, we traded away our future, bro. Like, this is our future. Protect his ass. That's all I got to say about the Panthers. But as of for right now,
We'll touch on it.
right now.
We'll touch on the week 2 of the preseason's coming up. A little bit more to dissect. But this has been our show. This is the Saturday Showdown, the one and only podcast where you just get all this greatness wrapped into one. We're
The
growing.
one and only data analysis, betting odds, and returning starter podcast.
We got a little bit of everything. Man,
Yeah,
we're
man.
excited to get through the rest of these conference previews, man. They're not a burden. We're having fun with them. We're learning a lot.
No, this is
So
we're talking about the bottom of the barrel, and we're having a great time, dude. Just imagine
Yeah.
when them Power 5 schools coming to not Power 5, but the big boys.
just stay with us through the next 2. We have 2
The
more.
big boys.
2 more. We got the MAC and we got the Sun Belt. We got to breeze through those, and then we'll get back to the bigger conferences heading into next week. So what it's looking like, it kind of sets up perfect. Next week, you'll get a couple conference previews right before the week 0. We'll release week 0 next week. So, yeah, we're right on schedule, man. So be looking forward to the Sun Belt, the MAC, and the ACC all by the end of this week. And then going into next week, we'll wrap it up with the final previews.
Which good. They just dropped the top 25 to start the year last night. Or was it
Yeah,
last
we'll talk.
night?
We'll
Or
cover
today.
that
I think it
tomorrow.
was today, actually.
We'll jump on
All right,
that
better.
tomorrow. We'll jump on that tomorrow. I got some
Baby.
thoughts. Maybe we'll move pretty quick through it tomorrow, man. We're gonna have to move.
Who
quick
knows?
Tomorrow.
I felt like we moved quick through this one, and we're still. I talked a bunch, not even about football in the beginning. So
Yeah, man.
119. So we're doing
No,
good.
we're at 120. We're at 1:25. An hour and 25.
125.
Yeah,
Why my times?
this is a beautiful podcast, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah,
But I got to get to bed. I'm supposed to get up and go in the gym in the morning, but time's slipping away. I'm just going to take my ass and work out when I get home. This is Puffy.
This is
I'm
Chip.
signing out of this thing. This is the GOAT behind me in this picture. And y'all already know. This is Saturday Showdown.
Saturday Showdown. Fuck with us. Like, subscribe. Saturday
Review,
Showdown.
share.
YouTube.
Don't be a fucking hater. And don't be a dickhead your whole life.
Don't be, man. Don't be, man. We're all
Don't
on the
be.
same level, man. We're all in
There's no
this
reason.
together. You know, we're all together.
We're all together.
Right?
We're all together. You have a great day tomorrow, man. Same time tomorrow
you
night.
too, brother. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Hopefully, like 9:30, 10ish.
That'd be
10ish
great.
is
Well,
usually, I think, when we started.
The
yesterday,
kid is in school now, so he's on a strict schedule. So by 8:30, 8:45, both of them should be sleeping. I'm ready to rock.
It should be maybe maybe an hour later for my son.
That's good. That's perfect. That's perfect.
He's kind of tough, but you got to wear him out first.
Oh, my son's birthday tomorrow,
wear
so
him
actually he'll be wearied out. We're gonna take him out to eat tomorrow. We already did his birthday party. His actual birthday is tomorrow, so
Well,
happy birthday, son.
Pre-birthday to your boy, man. That's
happy
cool.
birthday, son.
If you're watching this 20 years from now, we love you, man.
Well, hopefully 20 years from now, we've built an empire based off this. So
already know, man.
That'd be great.
You already know,
man.
man.
I'm going to get my ass to bed, man, and I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Go for it, man.
This has been another installment of the best podcast on the planet, the Saturday Showdown.
The Saturday Showdown.
Peace.